I want to do a couple that deals with our identity. You know, as Christians, our identity is so very, very important. In other words, who are we as believers? And of course, the Bible teaches us that born-again believers are saints. But one of the reasons that our identity is so important is because all temptation is a challenge to our identity. And we see this with Jesus. You know, if you remember in Matthew chapter 4, Jesus had fasted for 40 days and the devil came to him to tempt him. And the first thing the devil said to him, said, "If thou be the Son of God, turn these stones into bread." And so, see, that was a challenge to who he was. And kind of in everyday language, what Jesus' response was is, "No, because of who I am, I'm not going to do that. I don't have to do that." And the next temptation, "If thou be the Son of God." And it carried on through, and even the very last temptation that's recorded about Jesus is in the 28th chapter of Matthew when Jesus was hanging on that cross, and here we go again. "If thou be the Son of God, come down from that cross." And so temptation is always challenging who we are. And see, Jesus never forgot who he was, and we don't need to either, because if we can remember who we are, we can use the same response that Jesus did and say, "No, because of who I am, I'm not going to do that." This first one's entitled, "I'm no angel." Now, I am certainly no angel, but now the Bible says that I'm a saint. And sometimes I act like an angel, but now my wife says I ain't. But I'm glad that God looks at the record. For in the book of life my name is in, and he doesn't take it out either, even when I choose to sin. But see, God doesn't just look at my performance. He looks at who I am, because I am now one of his children since I accepted the robe of the Lamb. But now God hates for me to sin, because from sin I've been set free. And I need to be wearing saintly clothes, for sin does not look good on me. So you be sure you dress according to who you are. Your robe of righteousness try not to stain. For we have been clothed with power from above, and the stained clothes from sin should not remain. This